Okay, so let's begin with today's class. So today we are going to see, we had stopped here, that is adding elements to a dictionary, where I said there is one method of adding elements to a dictionary, and that method is used for adding elements also and for updating existing elements also. That is dictionary object key equals value. This is the method which is not only used for adding elements but also used for updating elements in a dictionary. Today we have to see nesting dictionaries. Nest, wherever the nesting word comes, what does it mean? Can anyone guess what should be the meaning of nesting dictionaries? Can you tell me what is the meaning of nesting dictionaries?
Ma'am, dictionary in a dictionary.
Dictionary within a dictionary. Okay, so how are we going to do that? Let's see it over here. So we have a program and we will be doing it through a program. A dictionary contains details of two workers with their names as keys and other details in the form of dictionary as values. Okay, write a program to print the workers information in records format. So let us first create the dictionary. We'll see how it looks like. So let me take the name of the dictionary as workers, and here I am going to just use the simple method to specify it. The key of this dictionary is going to be the name of the worker. So I'm just going to write, okay, and within this we have another dictionary which contains the other relevant details like age, these two, right? So I'm going to use this only. This is about daily wage workers. I'm taking 3 instead of 2. Remember, the keys, if they are string type data, you have to enclose them within single quotes or double quotes. Okay. So I have taken 3 workers over here and you can see their details. Here, this is the key for the main dictionary, key for outer dictionary. Right? Similarly, Bhola is also the key for outer dictionary and Ramesh is also the key for the outer dictionary. Inside that, you can again see a pair of curly braces. This is a nested or inner dictionary. And within this, you have two sub keys, age and wage. So age and wage is there for each of the employees or each of the workers. Got it? So you can see it over here. So this is known as a nested dictionary. We create nested dictionaries according to our requirements. Okay, wherever the requirement satisfies, according to our requirements, we create a nested dictionary, right? So you have to read a question and then according to that, you can create a nested dictionary, right? For example, if you are creating a game, okay, so there you can just store player one, like player info could be your dictionary name. And then within that, you can just write the name of the player, or you can simply write player one and within this all the details like score, okay, then level, So this way you can just specify the player information. Any other thing related to a particular player, like score is there, level is there, weapons used, okay, and gifts received. So all these type of things you can specify within a nested dictionary, right? So it completely depends upon the question which you are doing. So right now what we have to do is we have to use this workers dictionary in order to access the elements and also to print the values in this way. That is mm, okay, like this. This way I want it to be printed. Right? So this way I want it to be printed. So how are we going to do that? In order to do this, we need to access our nested dictionary. So we will suppose this dictionary is already created. After that, what we will be doing is we will be using a for item in collection variant of for loop. And here firstly we are going to access the key for the outer dictionary. So let me name the key as W name, that is worker name. In workers. So this W name is going to refer to the name of the worker, that is the key of the outer dictionary. Now for this, firstly you will print that. So I'm going to write print worker and the name of the worker. So I'll write W name over here, and because I want the rest of the information on the same line, so I will be also writing end equals a single space, right? Or a double space or a comma, whatever you want to write, just to specify. Or you can also take a comma, but this will give you a comma after wage also, doesn't matter, we'll take a comma after this. So I'm taking a comma so that we get this comma at the end of worker name. Now coming to the inner dictionary. For key in W name. Acha, I did a mistake. Um, Second. Okay, I did a mistake. Now key is the W name, but within that you have the inner dictionary as value for the outer key. Okay, what shall be the value for Amir? It will be this inner dictionary containing wage and age, right? So in order to access that, what are we going to do? Firstly, we have W name as the key. So the value for this is going to be our uh, 1 sec. Just give me a moment, students. Hmm. I am going to store the value of this key in another variable. So let me take that variable as uh, details. Details equals W name workers dot W name. So I created another variable named details, and this details is going to contain, you can see here, workers w name, that is name of the dictionary and the name of the key. Suppose the first worker name has been taken out, which is Amir. Okay, so workers Amir is going to give us what? It is going to give us age and wage, that is details should contain this value. Details should contain age and wage of Amir. This is a dictionary in itself. So now I can use this details in order to access the inner keys of this dictionary. So for this again I'm going to use another for loop. Why I'm using a for loop? Because it is quite possible that I can have many inner keys within the inner dictionaries. So that is why it will not be very feasible to again and again or to repeat the statements. That is the reason why I am using a for loop here. So now let me write here for key in details. For key in details. Now the key over here is going to give me what? Age and wage. Right. So age is the inner key, wage is also the inner key, which is represented by this key. So I'm going to write print. Now I have to first write this age and this colon. So age I will get from key because these two values are represented by the variable key. So I will write key, comma, then I'm going to write a colon, and then I'm going to write details key, and I'm going to add end equals. Okay, for this what I'm going to do, I'm going to use end equals empty string, because after this I'm again going to provide this comma and end equals empty string to avoid the comma after this. This I don't want, right? So I have written it this way. So details is the inner dictionary, as we already saw. Details is this. So its key is what? Age. So that is represented by this key. So age will be printed, colon will be printed, and details key, which will give me the value for this key. Age 24, then a comma will be printed, then end is an empty string. So what is going to happen is there will be no space printed, but Python will make sure that the next output is going to be printed starting from here only. No line break will be there. Next time the key which is accessed is wage. So again like this, print key, that is wage, then its value for, represented by details key, and then a comma after this. Okay, here also we are, see, comma is unavoidable, so you can use some internal programming to remove that comma. Okay, so you can remove it from here. You can add this comma to end. If we are doing it this way, you can just add it to end, or I can just leave the comma over there. Simply I can write here end equals comma. Okay, and next time when it is printed, it will be printed as wage colon 100, that too in the same line. Okay, so this is how we can access nested dictionary elements. Let's do this program and see for ourselves. So first I'm going to copy this in a new document, nested dictionary. Okay, so I'm giving a comment line over here, access elements within a nested dictionary, and the dictionary which I had created, I have copied it over here. Now for W name in workers, firstly print W name. So I'm going to write here worker name is name. Fine, I have used equal to over here, doesn't matter. You can also use a colon over here, and end equals comma. Next for, okay, I'm going to store the value for W name in a variable. So I'm writing details equals workers, which is the dictionary name, W name. So W name is the key. So workers W name will return the value within it, which is the nested dictionary. Return the value for W name, which is nested dictionary or inner dictionary. Okay. For key in details. Now access the keys from within the nested dictionary. Print key followed by a colon and then the value for the key. So details key and end equals comma. Right? Back and let's run the program and see. Okay. There was one mistake. I did not change the line after this. So I will be making sure that after I finish printing one record, I have to change the line. So you can see over here, all the three workers' names are written. Okay, you can also do it in this way, like in the beginning itself, you can create a header row containing worker name, worker slash t, age slash t, and wage. So we'll create it like this. Then I'm going to also write a separator over here. And then I'm going to, instead of writing this worker name every time, we can simply write W name, and as an end we can take slash t. So here also I'm going to key is not required, only details is needed. End equals slash t and change the line after that. So you can see that you get the answer in the form of a tabular format. This is better as compared to this method. Okay. There is less data repetition. So this, and usually tabular method is easy to see. It is easy to view. So always try to write anything in the tabular method, right? Is this clear to everyone, students? Is nested dictionary and how to access nested dictionary elements, is this clear to anyone? Any questions from here? If not, then I'll be giving you a question now. So I'm typing the question here. Write a Python program to define a nested dictionary containing student information in the following way. Write it, let you all see this, and then I'm going to write it over here only. So we have the following student information, that is name, okay, name of the student. It should be key for outer dictionary, right? Followed by inner dictionary containing the following info. What all things should it contain? Number one, age. Number two, class. Number three, section. Number three, percentage. Okay. These are the four things which should be there within the inner dictionary. As an example, student info equals Rohan Sharma, and within Rohan Sharma we have another nested dictionary which consists of age, class. I'm writing as capital C because small letter or lowercase class is a keyword. Okay, that's why I'm not using that. 7th or maybe 10 I'll take. And section we have section A, and after that we have percentage. So this is one example. Likewise, you will be having more than these values. Like I'm just copying this, and here I'm going to paste the other value and I'm going to change the value. 816, class 10th, section B, percentage 75%, then a comma, again another one. So this way I have created a nested dictionary, right? So I'm going to send you this question as well as the sample data. You can create your own data. So you are going to write, it's the same program, only the data has changed and the number of keys given to the inner dictionary has also increased. What I told you was you have to first copy that, and now within any script window what you can do is just paste it, and here you have to replace it. So first I'm going to save this as sample. Okay, now you just go back and you can see these quotation marks, just remove them and replace them by, now you'll be able to note the syntax highlighting how it is changing. Got it? ये काम करना है आपको. You have to change these codes and remove extra spaces, although it's not going to cause much harm, but it's good practice to remove extra spaces. Don't give spaces until very necessary. Okay, this is what you have to do. Just remove extra spaces and remove the already existing quotation marks. Okay, so this way you'll be able to see the syntax highlighting also how it is changing for the different values. So that is a homework. You will be doing it and sending me. Right now, I'm going to come to the next part. Let me remove this because this was what I tried out right now. And we'll be discussing this. That is entering elements in a nested dictionary. So watch this carefully. Now, suppose instead of simply declaring a dictionary with predefined values, we want to make our program a bit more expressive, a bit more flexible, so that user can enter the data according to his or her choice, and this program is going to print the data. So how to do that? Now you can see we are first going to discuss its logic, right? So I'm going to copy this, and now over here you can see that we have workers as the main dictionary, and within this you have this as the sub dictionary everywhere. So we are going to start our program by declaring two dictionary objects. One is workers, which is the main dictionary, and the other is we are going to take a dictionary name details, just like we did it for printing the values, right? So these are the two dictionary objects which are created. So as a comment line, outer dictionary, and this is the inner dictionary, right? So now we are going to add elements to the dictionary. So what are we going to do? The same old method. While answer is yes. Okay, so we are first going to ask for W name. You can see it will be quite you'll be familiar with these names because these identifier names we have already used for displaying the values. So enter the worker name. Enter worker name. That is going to be my first value. Second is I want to ask for age, so I'm simply taking age over here. Age, and I'm going to take wage also. Enter the wage. So three values are already asked: name, age, and wage. Now this W name is going to be the key for outer dictionary. And these two, age and wage, they would be keys for inner dictionary. That is details, right? So how are we going to do it? Now outer dictionary can have a value for the key only when the inner dictionary is created. So first we will create the inner dictionary by this. Details was the name of the inner dictionary. So details and age, this is the key name, equals age, this is the value. So within the inner dictionary details, you created the first key and its value. Suppose for age, this is a variable, students, this is the key which you are defining. And because this key is a string value, that's why you have enclosed it within double quotes. But you have to identify the difference between these two. This age is what? It is a identifier. It is an identifier or a variable containing the actual entered age, right? And this is the key. Fine. So it should be like this. This is details. Got it? So details mein pehla value, the first element has been inserted. Next is details. The second one is wage. So I'm writing wage like this and its identifier, that is wage. So now what will happen? To the same dictionary, another value will be added. Wage and say 100. So now our inner dictionary is complete. Now this can become a value for outer dictionary. Okay, so how do we do that? Outer dictionary, what should be the key name? Can anybody look at this code and tell me what will be the key? How, or just give me the statement which will be used. Mail it to me, don't post it here. Okay, what would be the statement for the last statement which will actually add one element, this element, to the dictionary workers? Tell me, give me that one statement which will add the key name Amir and this details as the value for this key into the outer dictionary, that is workers. We will write workers. This is the dictionary name. Now, as a key name, we want the name of the worker. We don't want W name as the key. We want the actual name to act as the key. So we will simply write W name, which is the variable which contains the name of the worker. Okay. Equals details. So this inner dictionary will form the key, so will form the value for outer dictionary. Right? Let's try this out on the Python window. So I'm going to just, okay, I'll make changes in the same code. Where was that? Ah, it's here. So I'm going to write here workers equals dictionary object. Second, details equals dictionary object. ANS equals Y. So while ANS is equals Y. Firstly, create the ask for worker name. Enter the name of worker. Next is age. Enter age. Next is wage. Enter wage. Fine, three things created. Now details, age. Age is the key here, and this second age is the value. Details, same way. And now the turn of the outer. Please wrap this, please wait. Workers, W name, this will be the key, and details will be the value. Ask for input, continue entering data. Right? So this will be completed. Now access elements. We will run this program. Name of the worker. Now you can see that how the data is displayed in a tabular format. Okay, so this will work for all those programs. I mean, this will work for, it is a very good way of record keeping, because we will be using this method in creating databases. So that's all. We will end the class over here.